And when it smells the bait, it will come up to the trap, step on the trigger pad, and when it does, you got the mouse. Today for Mousetrap Monday, we're gonna test out a brand new mousetrap called the Gear Shark. It's a one-click style mousetrap. You just push the back and it's ready to go. And what makes this trap so different is the kill area is a circle, giving it a much larger area to catch the mice. You place the bait right in the middle. When it comes along and steps on this, it'll slam down. And this trap has sharp teeth. Dig into my skin right there. There's no way the mouse can escape. Now in my experience testing out these traps, there can be a huge difference in quality. Some of them are made as cheaply as possible. The plastic's flimsy, they don't always set, but this one seems to be pretty good. Now what I like to do to see just how good it is I dissect it and look at all the parts. So I'm gonna flip it around, take out these screws and take out this pin, and we'll see all the components that make up this trap. So the screws on the bottom hold the trigger in place. Here's the trigger pieces. And I want to take a look at these springs, but they're held together with a rivet post right through the center. To cut that, I'm going to use a Dremel tool and a grinder. Now after completely destroying this trap, I can look at all the pieces and I can tell this trap is very well made. Here's this double spring and it is very powerful. More than enough to do the job, and it powers this upper jaw. I call it a jaw because it has those sharp teeth right there, ready to chomp down and grab the mouse. At the base, there's holes that line up with the teeth, providing a very tight bite, almost like a predator that won't let the mouse go once it catches it. And here's the trigger system. Underneath this trigger pad is a spring. You can feel the tension on the pad right here with that spring down below. It does have some play, so when the mouse steps on it, it pretty much has to go completely with its paws and put its weight on there for it to clamp down. And then to reset it, you push the back, and it's ready to go. You can see the teeth mark right on there on the finger. Now we're gonna set this trap up in the barn and test it out with wild mice. Especially I'm curious about this trigger and how sensitive it is. But I can't show a mouse getting its head crushed on YouTube. So we're gonna do a modification. Here I place some screws right in the jaws. We'll set it. That way we can see the mouse come along and set it off. But it will slam down and the mouse can get away. So let's go set up the motion cameras and see how this trap works with wild mice. Now it didn't take long for a mouse to show up. It smells that bait and it's trying to get to it, but it hasn't put its weight on the trigger pad yet. It's going to come around to the front since the side isn't working, and as soon as it does, it places its paws and that trap flips around. If the screws weren't there, that would be a dead mouse. Now it doesn't take long for a mouse to return and try to eat that bait. It enjoys the meal. We're gonna try this out at a second location, and this mouse comes straight on. Well, based on the motion camera footage, it's clear that the Gear Shark mousetrap works well. And they also include this pack of disposable gloves. That way you don't have to touch a dead mouse when you catch one. This trap is so easy to set, just one click, and it's ready to go. And once the mouse steps on the trigger pad, it will slam down with those sharp teeth. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider clicking that button. I've posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube, and currently I'm posting new videos every Monday. So if you want to see the best videos on how to catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, and sometimes a finger, stay tuned. And just a word of caution, don't stick your finger in this mouse trap. It's very powerful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a mouse problem, please consider clicking the link in the description and purchasing one of the mouse traps I invented. It's called the Dizzy Dunker Mousetrap, and I consider it to be the greatest mousetrap ever made.